If you guys follow TK's Garage, you remember he made a video about Greensboro Dodge Jeep Ram, or the second video, or maybe the third video, or maybe the fourth video he just posted the other day. But now I'm going to handle TK's light work and introduce some new developments with this dealership. Because now Greensboro Dodge Jeep Ram thinks that the customers filled with half-truths, which sounds a lot like what Matt Hake said about the Soldier, which is starting to rub me the wrong way with these dealerships lying to the public. But what if I told you I have all the receipts from the customer, from text messages to emails, and even forged notarized MSRP documents? So let's see who's being untruthful here. Is it the customer, or is it Greensboro Dodge Jeep Ram? Now, it is quite funny that I have to do a video on Greensboro Dodge Jeep Ram, which is in my backyard after all. So my 30,436 friends and the 89% of you guys not yet subscribed, there are a lot of shady dealers here in North Carolina that I would recommend that you do not shop with. I've had my issues trying to get a Demon 170 from Greensboro Dodge Jeep Ram as well, and I've made videos about Rick Hendrick personally snatching my Demon 170 allocation when I placed a deposit at one of his North Carolina dealerships, and then he is in his emotional feels. He going like, oh, no one's gonna flip Demons on me anymore, which I never have and I never did, but yet I get screwed in the end. And of course, TK has exposed a few more NC dealers, and I'm sure that there are gonna be some more NC dealers once the people that I know turn over some documents to me. So there will be more North Carolina dealers that will be exposed. I can promise you that. Now, I've been solid on exposing these dealers since the whole Mac Hake incident, but I've been in the background assisting people. But it is time for me to come out of the woodwork because there are some very, very shady things going on with this Greensboro dealership. Now, let's start with this nice little review. And as you can see, the customer basically left the facts of the issues. And here goes someone at Greensboro putting their 2 cents into this review. And this is starting to have these whole Mac Hake vibes already off the gate. And notice, I want everyone to notice this. They did not offer not one single time, hey, contact us. Oh, we're sorry you feel this way. We like to make things right. They didn't offer none of that crap. So last I checked, the customer is going like, yo, the salesman won't respond to me. The secretary of the dealership, I guess she won't forward the calls or whatever. But everyone is trying to basically not talk to the customer since they lied to his face. But I'll get to that a little bit later. But they basically pulled a Mac Hake tactic of responding first, let YouTubers expose the facts, and then next, you're probably gonna see someone getting fired when they discover the actual truth. And then they're gonna worry about taking care of the customer after all the backlash. But I will say that I did forward some very particular information to Dodge, and they may have something to say to them in the background, just to let you guys know in Greensboro. And I gotta say, this strategy of responding first, not offering to fix the situation until after YouTube people actually expose this is not a very sound strategy. And we saw the last time a particular dealership like Mac Hake did this, it did not end well. Multiple people was fired. They had a public backlash and had to donate a car just to kind of save face. But now Greensboro Dodge Jeep Ram has now publicly claimed that the customer has mischaracterized the facts, being untruthful. They completely disagree with everything that the customer said, and they pride themselves on leading customer service. Now let's put all of that to the test, shall we, my friends? And the 89% of you guys not yet subscribed. Now let's rewind the clocks back a year to early April, well before the closing of the order banks to modify a 2023 Dodge Challenger Demon 170. The customer wanted to have carbon fiber wheels on his order and drop the sunroof because the salesman ordered the car wrong. How many people other than dealerships want sunroofs on their car? And then the customer tries to do multiple attempts to message the salesman to fix the order. Called them, text them, emailed them. I'm like, come on, bruh. That's all they had to do was modify the order. There was plenty of time. I think the cutoff was in either June or July to modify an order or even change the name on the order if someone wanted to. And you can see they having a conversation on the phone about fixing the order. Then the salesman talking about they got to contact the dealer rep to fix the order. And then the customer has to constantly remind the salesman about the cutoff day for the Demon 170, which is not exactly leading customer service if the customer has to keep bugging you about changing the order before the cutoff date. But what really takes the leading customer scam, leading customer service, is forged notarized documents and sending them to Dodge. If you'll see the top half of the document, the text is faded and the bottom half is not, which is exactly what happens when you have someone fill a form out, they scan it, then they send it back to you, you print it out, and then you fill it out again, and then you scan it again to go send to another person. Working in corporate IT, I've seen this plenty of times, and it's quite easy to spot. So someone signed the top section, whether it be the customer or the notary, salesman or new car sales manager, he signs the middle section, and then you have the notary who's supposed to have identification in front of him who the customer is. He actually spells the customer's name wrong. Last time I checked, if you got a license right in front of you, it's typically easy to sign the person's name right. Or if you're on a Zoom call, which I've heard some people say that they was on a Zoom call and you actually have the license sitting right in front of you, it's kind of hard to misspell someone's name. So this notary obviously was not in the same location with this customer. With the customer being on the other side of the country and he has 0 Zoom calls, I would love to know how this notary actually verified this customer or his signature. Just saying, every time I've got things notarized in North Carolina, I have stood right there in front of the notary. I signed right in front of them. I had my license on me. They stamped the document and then I was good to go. It doesn't matter if it's DMV paperwork, a legal document, a will, whatever. Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention this. To put the cherry on top of this, the dealership lied about the status of the vehicle. Now, Greensboro Dodge, sometime in the past, when the customer kept going back and forth, hey, are you going to change the order on the car? Hey, are you going to try to basically take the sunroof off? And hey, are you guys going to try to add carbon fiber wheels on? Because this customer actually has sent emails to Dodge like, hey, I'm trying to get the carbon fiber wheels added to my car, blah, blah, blah. So it's the customer that turned to the salesman and trying to get his order fixed. So at some point in time last year, the dealership agreed to drop the markup down some, not all the way, some, because they ordered his car wrong, which is more than fair because not everyone wants a $10,000 sunroof added to their car, which I think it would be at least generous if the dealership lowered his markup $10,000 to offset the cost of a sunroof that the customer has messages proving that he asked multiple times that he did not want. So at some point in time, the salesman who was working with him, who got this agreement, they moved on to another dealership. And now here comes another person. And now that person does not want to do a reduction in the markup. So the customer has a conversation with him going, look, I've been trying to get you guys to actually fix the order. You have not multiple times. You agreed to actually lower the markup down some because you ordered my car wrong. You added a $10,000 option that I did not want. So this new manager, who's now being a something head, they like, well, you know what? We don't want to do the reduction of markup. You know, you can't afford this car anyway, blah, 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 blah. You know what? We're going to just sell this car to somebody else. It seems kind of funny that this new manager can say that he's going to sell the customer's car, tell the customer he can't afford the car, and then call his broker, tell him, hey, you know what? We're not going to sell his car for $80K to him. We're going to sell his car to somebody else for $70K. You try to spite the customer by doing a reduction in price on the car to someone else, and then thought that you're going to keep his payment, his markup money, his down payment. They thought they were going to keep that money. And so the customer has to go file a complaint or a dispute to get his markup money back. And luckily for me, for being Butter the insider, I have a few sources who revealed to me that this car never left the production plant. The car is still sitting in front of Penske, waiting for the matte black paint on the hood and the roof and the deck lid to be painted because there's actually a shortage. Well, not a shortage, but my voice is breaking up here, but it's not a shortage, but rather the vendor is taking too long to actually paint the cars. So this manager basically lied to the customer's face and his broker that the car's gone is already sold. The car sale has not been released at all, period. The car is still sitting at Penske right now at the time of this video. I have no idea when the car is gonna get painted, but it seems to me that Greensboro Dodge just did another illegal thing by selling a customer's car before it's even available, even got released, or they even purchased it. Now, it would be hilarious if some of my contacts at Dodge actually strips this dealership, Greensboro Dodge Jeep Ram, because a lot of them watch my videos now. It would be very interesting that Dodge strips this dealership of this car, since it's in the customer's name, and I have all the text messages, emails, and documentation that I can forward some key individuals within Dodge. They strip this dealership of this car and send it to a dealership near the customer. It will be ironic if this happens. Just saying. I'm about to pull a TK real quick. Pinky out. Greensboro Dodge Jeep Ram, you do not want to become Mac Hake 2.0. So, like I said, the customer's car is still in play. I know exactly where it's at. I've had multiple people, even high executives within Dodge, confirm to me exactly where this car is at. The ball's in your court, but I will highly advise you guys to act fast because I'm gonna reveal to you guys that the customer is about to file legal charges against them. It's kind of a serious thing to forge documents that you claim that the customer was right there and he was not. He was not in the same state. He's not in the same time zone. He's already talked to the local police department. He's already talked to the Secretary of State. I think he's already talked to the, I forgot the other branch that he talked to, but I'll probably throw it up here on the screen. I'm gonna text him real quick. But it's gonna be mighty interesting. And I'm sure either me or TK will further update you guys on what's gonna happen with Greensboro Dodge Jeep Ram. So my 30,436 friends and the 89% not yet subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel to make sure you stay updated on this story. But let me know what you guys think. Will this dealership do the right thing, or will they F around and find out how bad this can get to become Mac Hake 2.0? And until the next time, Butters out.
If you're here, or if you're watching this online, I'm talking to you. We built that car for you. And yes, pretty obvious now, number 7 is a demon. More accurately, this is the new 2023 Challenger SRT Demon 170.